Hi everyone, thank you for tuning in. In this video, I'm going to highlight a trend that Netflix is experiencing that if it can reverse it, it can cause the stock to soar. Of course, it's down considerably since the economy started reopening, and I'm going to highlight what's been going on with the business and why that's the case here. And so what I have here is Netflix's streaming subscriber growth going all the way back to 2017. And I'm going to highlight a few of the figures here. So the figures you see in the silver, that was the forecast for the quarter. And then when you see a green figure, that means that Netflix exceeded its own forecast. Okay. And then when you see a red figure, that means Netflix um, did not delivered subscriber growth beneath what it was expecting. So here was a significant letdown where they only reported 2.7 million subscribers when they were expecting 5 million. And so going back all the way to 2017, what's important to note here is that in every quarter, it's at least a million subscribers added. And then we see here the major boom during the pandemic when in the first quarter they added 15.8 million subs, and then the second quarter 10.1 million subs, and then a bit of a slowdown in the third quarter with 2.2, and then again 8.5 million subs. So 10, 20, 35, 36 million subs added in 2020. Of course, right at the worst stages of the pandemic when we were locked down at home and in-home entertainment demand was surging. Okay, so still, but going back all the way to 2017, what we note here is consistent millions and millions of growth in each quarter, even though it slowed a little bit in 2021 following the surge in during 2020, it was still positive and growing, right? But that all changed in the first quarter of 2022, where it reported the first ever decrease in streaming subscribers. It noted here a 2.2, which is 200,000 decrease in streaming subscribers. And so that was a shock to investors. All of a sudden, this company that's been adding millions and millions of subs every quarter is now has now experienced a decrease. So that was shocking and it hit investors hard. That's when the stock price started to dramatically turn around and fall lower. And so in this quarter, not only did they experience a 200,000 decrease in subs, they also forecast here, we see their second quarter forecast was for subscribers to fall by 2 million in the second quarter in the forecast. So now let's look at the second quarter figures. And so in the second quarter, when the second quarter actually came around, it was better than expected. Netflix was thinking they were going to lose 2 million subs in the second quarter, but they only lost 0.97, which is 970,000 subs lost in the second quarter. Nevertheless, that was two consecutive quarters of losing subscribers for a company that had never lost subscribers at any point in its history. And so that's now a streak, right? It's not just a one-off event. Now it's a streak. You've got two in a row. Thankfully, management is now forecasting that in the third quarter that they are going to report a 1 million gain in subscribers. Um, so they've already noted that they should report their third quarter results after the markets close on October 18th. So a few short days from now, those figures will come out. And if Netflix does indeed report a gain in subscribers, that could do a huge benefit for Netflix stock because it reverses this trend, right? It reverses this negative streak because what Wall Street tends to do is it takes a streak and just forecasts it. So if you're losing subscribers for 2-3 quarters in a row, it'll just forecast your subscribers to continue going down for the next 4, 6, 8 quarters, right? Wall Street just tends to extend current trends into the future unless it has a reason not to. And right now, management is giving analysts a reason not to forecast continuing decreases. And it's saying that subscribers will reverse, subscriber growth will reverse, it will turn upward to 1 million. So this will do wonders. And it's not just because, okay, yes, adding 1 million subscribers does bring in a meaningful portion of revenue boost for the company, but more significantly, what it does is it reduces the risk. And many valuation models that look at a stock's value has a denominator that includes a weighted average cost of capital, which included in the weighted average cost of capital is a consideration for risk. Right? So risk is included in the denominator. So when risk goes down, valuations tend to increase. So even if a company doesn't do anything to boost revenues, if it makes a strategic move to decrease risk, that could boost valuation. And that's where most of Netflix stock price increase will come from during this next quarter if it reverses this streak and turns into positive subscriber growth. So that's why this can be so meaningful. Even though 1 million subscribers, Netflix, we see here they have 220 million. So what's 1 million into 220 million? It's not a meaningful figure. But what it does do is it reduces that risk of continuing losses, and that's why it could boost the stock price significantly when it does introduce the results October 18th. So that's the main thing investors following Netflix should look out for, is this subscriber figure. Just let it be positive, right? Even if it's not a million, if it's 700,000, 800,000, anything even close to that will do a big deal to reduce risk. And so that's what I'm looking for. I've been following Netflix. It's on one of my top of my list. And so I'm looking for positive subscriber additions, and that's going to do wonders to reduce the risk. Okay, so that's all I've got for this video. Thanks for watching, and tune in next time. I'll probably have a review after Netflix does release their results, so stay tuned for that. I want to thank the Motley Fool for sponsoring this video. The Motley Fool is a company that provides investing insight and stock recommendations for all investors of all skill sets and risk levels. So I'm proud to partner with the Motley Fool to bring you 10 stock picks from their popular product, Stock Advisor. Stock Advisor has beaten the market by more than 3 times. Go to fool.com/Parkev to get your 10 stock picks now.